Hey, welcome to Storytime with Miss Timmins and Bellatrix. Hey, baby. Today we're going to be reading one of my favorite books from when I was little, Little Bear's Loose Tooth. The author of this book is Else Holman Minaric, and it was illustrated by Chris Honor. Did you know that the illustrator can use pictures to tell us about the story, and we can look at the pictures to figure out what's going to happen? So I can infer from this picture that Little Bear's friends, Cat and Hen, might help him or play with him in some way when he has a loose tooth, because he's pointing at his mouth. So let's read the book and see if we can infer from the pictures what Little Bear and his friends are going to do. Right, Bellatrix? Little Bear's Loose Tooth. One morning, when Little Bear woke up, his mouth felt strange. When he moved his tongue, his tooth wriggled. "My tooth is woof," said Little Bear. Huh. Woof. He can't say loose because of his loose tooth. I bet that's happened to you before with your loose tooth. He wriggled his tooth with his tongue. "That is a very loose tooth," said Mother Bear. Little Bear wanted his tooth to fall out. He wanted to know what the tooth fairy would bring him. So Little Bear waited for it to fall out. After breakfast, Little Bear practiced whistling with Father Bear. Can you whistle with Little Bear? Then he drew a picture of himself with a big space in his smile. Little Bear felt around in his mouth. His tooth was still there, but that picture he drew for his grandmother tells me he really wants that tooth to fall out. Little Bear found Cat, Duck, and Emily in the field playing with butterflies. There's our butterflies. "My tooth is loose," said Little Bear. Little Bear wriggled his tooth proudly. I know a lot of you have done that for me. His friends wanted to make Little Bear's tooth fall out. Duck had an idea. Little Bear could hang upside down from the tree, she said. Cat, Duck, Emily, and Little Bear climbed a tall oak, but it was much too high. "I'm dizzy," said Little Bear. What does dizzy mean? Well, when you're up really high in a tree like that, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. I think he means dizzy. You might get dizzy if you spin around really, really fast. So they climbed down. Little Bear felt around in his mouth. The loose tooth was still there. Emily had an idea. So what might Emily's idea be? I see Emily up in a tree, and I see that she hung a string over the branch right here, and it looks like the string is going to Little Bear's mouth. What do you think they could be trying to do with the string? Trying to pull it out? Let's see what happens. She took a piece of string and tied it to Little Bear's tooth. Then she tied the other end to a rock. She climbed up the big oak tree again. I think Bellatrix has lost interest in figuring out what happens to Little Bear's tooth. She's sleeping. Emily dropped the rock from a branch high up in the big oak tree. But the string broke. The rock fell to the ground, and Little Bear's tooth hadn't fallen out. So I guess that did not work. Oh, Bellatrix woke back up because she wants to know what happens. Owl flew over and asked what they were doing. "My tooth is loose," said Little Bear. So if he's still talking like that, I think his tooth is still there. "We're trying to help Little Bear's tooth fall out," said Emily. Owl had an idea. He whispered in Emily's ear, and Emily ran to get her bike. So, in looking at this picture, I see the string is now tied to the bike. What do you think is going to happen? Owl tied the string to Emily's bike. Emily climbed on and pedaled away. But the string came untied, and Little Bear still had his tooth. I guess that method of trying to pull out his tooth didn't work, Bellatrix. All of this work had made Little Bear hungry. He waved goodbye to his friends and whistled as he walked home. That night, Mother Bear made corn on the cob for dinner. Little Bear took a big bite. What do you think might happen when Little Bear eats the corn? The corn's gonna be really yummy? Probably. Let's see. Little Bear's mouth felt strange. His tooth had fallen out. "That's a beauty," said Father Bear. Little Bear tried to whistle. He couldn't make a sound. "My whistle is gone," he said. "You'll get it back when your new tooth comes in," said Father Bear. After dinner, Little Bear brushed his teeth very carefully. He brushed the one that fell out too. Little Bear wanted it to be nice and clean for the Tooth Fairy. That is so very thoughtful, don't you think, Bellatrix? Before bed, Little Bear placed the tooth under his pillow. Father Bear whistled as he tucked him in. Little Bear tried to whistle back, but no sound came out. The next morning, Little Bear woke very early. He looked under his pillow and found a shiny red whistle. Do you think Little Bear's going to be able to whistle again? At the breakfast table, Little Bear whistled happily. "The Tooth Fairy knew just what I wanted," said Little Bear. After breakfast, Little Bear went out to find his friends. He whistled all the way, and the birds whistled back. Next time you go outside, you should try whistling to the birds too. That might be a lot of fun. Well, thank you for reading one of my favorite books with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.